Coming up on News 20 at 5, special session continues. Lawmakers speak on illegal immigration, and the Leon County School Board revisits appointing their next superintendent. Plus, it is campaign season for FAMU students. Find out who is running again for a second chance.
I got to talk to a lot of people, and I can see who put a lot of passion and work behind their campaign week. Like some tables are really extravagant and they want to come and talk to you, and I really like that.
And the FAMU baseball and basketball teams play this week. Keep an eye out on who will win. We'll have all that and more. News 20 at 5 starts now.
Live from Florida A&M University on the highest of 7 hills in the capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend. This is the award-winning FAMU TV 20 News.
The Florida legislature is still discussing immigration. Welcome to News 20 at 5. I'm Casey Antoine.
And I'm Caitlin Walsh. After lawmakers quickly adjourned the governor's special sessions and created their own, they have now begun Special Session C. This session reflects changes discussed by Governor Ron DeSantis, the White House, and lawmakers on fighting illegal immigration in Florida.
President Trump is asking for help in the fight to arrest, detain, and deport criminal illegals, the bad guys.
Currently, Florida law allows for illegal immigrant students to qualify for in-state tuition.
These children did not magically appear in the United States. Their parents chose to break the law. And the responsibility that these children find themselves in, or these adults, it is their parents' responsibility. It is not the taxpayers of the state of Florida.
Lawmakers are trying to take away the law to follow with the executive branch's orders on illegal immigration. Florida Student Power is at the Capitol to defend these dreamer students.
Just the fact that people have a right to education, it doesn't matter your political stance on immigrants. Honestly, personally for me, I really do feel like this is just a weird racist attack, because let's be honest, when these lawmakers are writing a policy about immigration, they're not thinking about a man from Sweden, they're thinking about someone from Venezuela, they're not thinking about someone from the islands. This is, to me, a bit bigoted.
And another student, Samuel Doler, says lawmakers need to focus on other issues Floridians are facing.
I'm horrified that the Florida legislature would rather target marginalized groups of people than actually provide for the various needs that Floridians are facing right now, whether it's insurance rates, whether it's food insecurity, whether it's housing issues.
Caitlin Walsh, TV 20 News. Lawmakers meet again tomorrow at 10 a.m.
The tragic death of Julian Green has sent shockwaves through Tallahassee. Green, a Tri-Eagle delivery truck driver, had just finished unloading a shipment of beer into the cooler of a Gaston County gas station on February 6th. Gaston County Sheriff Office identified the suspect as Dominic Caraway, a 44-year-old man from Arizona. Caraway opened fire in the convenience store, cutting the 22-year-old's promising life short, along with a store clerk's, during the violent armed robbery. Caraway was ultimately gunned down and killed during a firefight with SWAT team members in Live Oak.
A 60-year-old woman is dead and 2 men are hospitalized in critical condition after a crash on Tuesday. Florida Highway Patrol says the collision happened between a Chevy pickup truck driven by a 46-year-old Tallahassee man and a Nissan Maxima with a 60-year-old driver and a passenger from Crawfordville. The crash happened near the intersection of Capitol Circle Southwest and Frontage Road around 5 p.m. An updated press release from FHP says the pickup truck proceeded east, crossing the southbound travel lanes and into the path of the Nissan. The 60-year-old passenger was pronounced dead on the scene.
The Leon County School Board is revisiting the idea to appoint a superintendent instead of electing one. This change would transfer authority from voters directly to the school board members. In Florida, only 29 of Florida's 67 public school districts appoint the superintendent. In order for the superintendent to be appointed, the board would have to hold a referendum and be approved by a majority of Leon County voters.
Alabama and Florida are really the only 2 states, and Alabama just has a few. So Florida is way out nationally in terms of having elected superintendents.
The school board will be working to move forward with the referendum, and it will be potentially on the ballot in 2026.
The Board of Trustees held their committee meeting today in FAMU's Grand Ballroom, where they talked about the overall growth of the university. The Board of Trustees members not only talked strategic planning and performance measures, but also all about the construction sites open on campus at the moment. Members also talked about the importance of upkeeping residence halls and on campus for current and future Rattlers.
About building our infrastructure, making certain that we keep our inventory of facilities maintained appropriately and that we're competitive in the way our stock looks, specifically our residential halls. And so we're taking a very intentional approach about ensuring that our residence halls are competitive to what you see on other university campuses, but also that they're safe and that you feel comfortable.
We'll also hold a meeting tomorrow about an update on the university president search. The applications for the position opened last month and should close in March. Interviews will follow soon after that.
Today marks the first day of campaign season, and the candidates have already taken the quad by storm. Each spring semester, Florida A&M University students participate in the long-standing tradition of electing new leading positions. Election season not only grants students experiments in the democratic process, but the tradition also encourages networking, volunteering, and campus involvement. After viewing a number of the campaign booths, students shared their thoughts on the campaign season thus far.
Everybody out here is doing an amazing job promoting themselves and trying to reach the student body. I just believe that whoever's going to actually do what they say and bring that change to campus and actually listen to their student body is going to take the cake. But I do feel like everybody's doing an amazing job out here. Everybody looks amazing, and I do love seeing the culture on campus.
I got to talk to a lot of people, and I can see like who put a lot of like passion and work behind their campaign week. Like some tables are like really extravagant, and like they want to come and talk to you, and I really like that.
Next Tuesday, the elected winners will be determined. Until then, students will continue to drive momentum for their campaigns.
Coming up next on News 20 at 5, I'm sure you've noticed that Google Maps has some different changes going on.
Did I. And coming up next, Elon Musk has been upgraded to a new position. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20 at 5.